Alright, let's dive into something that's been bubbling in the MotoGP world lately, KTM's engine drama. And trust me, this isn't just another technical glitch, it's a story that raises some serious questions about performance, fairness, and the high-stakes world of racing. So, here's the deal, KTM has finally gotten the green light to fix their faulty engines, but the timing? Well, it couldn't be worse. Silverstone is this weekend, and they're stuck with their interim solution, which, let's be honest, is like running a marathon with a sprained ankle. What makes this really interesting is the backstory. KTM's engines have been acting up, and I mean really acting up. Remember Pedro Acosta leading the Catalan Grand Prix? Yeah, his engine decided to call it quits mid-race, causing a massive crash for Alex Marquez. That's not just a technical issue, that's a safety hazard. And it's not an isolated incident. KTM's motorsport director, Beirer, confirmed there's something fundamentally wrong inside their engines. Personally, I think this is a wake-up call for the entire sport. When a team's engine reliability becomes a safety concern, it's not just about winning or losing, it's about the integrity of the race itself. Now, here's where it gets even more fascinating. KTM discovered the issue stems from high-stress parts in the powertrain that didn't meet quality standards. These weren't in-house mistakes, they were supplier parts. And that raises a deeper question: how much control do teams really have over their performance when they're relying on third-party components? It's like building a house with bricks you didn't make, you're only as strong as your weakest link. What this really suggests is that even in a sport as advanced as MotoGP, supply chain issues can derail everything. But here's the kicker: KTM needed permission from other manufacturers to open their sealed engines and fix the problem. That's right, they had to ask their competitors for a favor. In my opinion, this highlights the double-edged sword of MotoGP's homologation rules. On one hand, they ensure fairness, on the other, they can handcuff a team when they're already down. KTM's situation feels like a test case for how the sport handles technical crises. Are we prioritizing fairness over safety? Or is there a middle ground? From my perspective, the timing of this approval is both a relief and a frustration for KTM. They've got the go-ahead to fix their engines, but not in time for Silverstone. That means they're still running at reduced performance, which could cost them valuable points. Acosta, who's been killing it this season, is sitting 7th in the championship. Imagine where he could be if his bike hadn't let him down. One thing that immediately stands out is how much this issue could impact the standings. KTM is 3rd in the Constructors' Championship, but with these engine troubles, they're basically fighting with one hand tied behind their back. What many people don't realize is that this isn't just KTM's problem, it's a reflection of the sport's broader challenges. MotoGP is about pushing the limits, but when those limits come at the cost of reliability, it's a fine line to walk. If you take a step back and think about it, this situation is a microcosm of the risks and rewards in racing. Teams are constantly innovating, but sometimes, that innovation comes with a price tag they didn't anticipate. So, where does this leave us? KTM's got the approval, but the damage is already done. Silverstone won't see their full potential, and that's a shame. But what's more interesting is what happens next. Will this push MotoGP to re-evaluate its rules? Will teams start scrutinizing their suppliers more closely? Personally, I think this is a turning point. It's not just about KTM's engines, it's about the future of the sport. How we handle these moments defines us. And as we watch the races unfold, I'll be thinking about the bigger picture: what does it take to win, and at what cost? So, what do you think? Is KTM getting a raw deal, or is this just part of the game? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're as fascinated by this as I am, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of racing. Because in MotoGP, the drama off the track is just as intense as the action on it.